Welcome back to another video. So today, can you believe it is already almost Beltane? It feels like Ostara was like yesterday. So yes, it is now almost Beltane, and I wanted to talk about my plans this year. So as we know, I usually try and make plans for the whole season, not really for just like the day, and especially with how things are going, I don't really plan to do a whole lot. I might try and do like a small ritual, but for the most part, I am busy all the time. So my two really big priorities for the Beltane season is to firstly honor the Morrigan, and I want to explore her in like the Beltane phase because like again, I bounce all over the place. I do different things different times. So some years I focus on different deities, and right now I'm just feeling like working with the Morrigan and one of her aspects or her guises. She's a shape-shifting goddess after all. So, and honestly, she can fit a lot of different archetypes throughout her myths because she kind of does a lot of different things. And so I just want to explore her at Beltane this time of the year. I've been working with her a lot more. I talk about that on Patreon, and I just feel like this is a good time to just really spend a little bit more time with my matron deity and just work with her a lot more. In the past, I've worked with other deities, like Freya would be a great option, and even the owl goddess from the Celts that I don't know how to say her name. It starts with a B and it's like blah 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 blah. That one. It's like, I never know how to say it. It's like, you can kind of hear it in your brain, but like the mouth cannot form the words. But her, that she was a flower goddess that was created and then got punished because surprisingly women don't like to be created just for a man, and went off and did her own thing. And so you could also include her for this time, but I mean really just any of like the lover goddesses is really popular. And really throughout the Beltane season, because it will go until almost the end of June, I also do plan to work with specifically the Morrigan in her aspect of like how to connect with her and like Pride Month in particular, which I know is half of Beltane season, but I feel like that's another part that we just don't always talk about. And like that is a good time to reevaluate if you are in the rainbow or if you want to support people in the rainbow. And since I am that very last letter, I feel like it's a good time to check in and do some magic with Morrigan and being an ace witch. So I am trying that out a little bit this year, and I am curious if anyone else does that, if you include that in your Beltane season or if you do it as its own thing or what. But yeah, I'm planning to do a little bit with that. I just don't know really what yet. The other thing is that for the Beltane season, I am going to be really honing in on the fact that Beltane, for where I live, is when we can actually start to garden and plant things, but I'm doing so in a more metaphorical way, and that this is the time to be blessing a lot of new projects and really getting in touch with what I can do and what I want to do over the coming months, because I have got a lot that I want to accomplish this year, and some of those have just kind of gotten pushed back a little bit because life gets busy. So I'm hoping that I can get more done throughout the Beltane season. Hopefully by that point I can kind of step back a little bit as a caretaker and I can go back to being my full-time author and be able to get more writing done. This month has been brutal trying to get writing. Like I've barely got like 20K written this month, and so well, maybe by the time you see this, I've maybe gotten a little more, but we're not holding our breath on that right now because I'm like almost 10,000 words behind, so it's fine. I'll get there. But yeah, so I'm hoping next month I can get more writing done and get on top of my projects a little bit better, because my goodness, the season of Ostara was rough. Other than that, I really don't have a lot of plans. Like I'm hoping to be able to just have more time outside, and I mean that doesn't necessarily completely equate to Beltane, but just, I mean, it's nice to be able to get outside now that it's warm and do more barbecues. I might have a couple campfires. Hopefully, if the weather would get warmer. I'm sure it will by then, but right now it's been really cold. So anyways, hopefully the clanking and cleaning in the background isn't too obnoxious, so I will keep this pretty brief. Like I said, I'm not doing a whole lot for Beltane this year just because I've been busy caretaking and now I will be catching up on writing and stuff. So I would love to know what you guys are going to be doing for the Beltane season in the comments down below. As always, a huge thank you to my patrons. If you would like to support me and get access to exclusive content, it is patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I post every single day. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, and blessed be.